This is the day, this is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. Oh, this is the week, na 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 na. Na. Manuel Ugarte and Amrabat. Oh, this is the week. This is the week. Na, 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 na. This is the week when we get to see two of our very long awaited signings coming at Manchester United. It's this week or never. But as we sing, this is the week. This is the week. Jadon Sancho and Scott McTominay will be singing, I'm walking away from the troubles at Carrington. I'm walking away, oh, to find a better way. I'm walking away. Welcome aboard. It's a Sunday. It's a different show. Honestly, today I woke up in a whole different vibe because this is the week, the last week we get to talk about Ugarte coming. Is he not coming? What is going on? This is the week we get to know the truth. Is he coming or not? Guess what? The talks are advanced. All parties are focused on ensuring that it is done before the end of the summer transfer window. George Mendes, I told you, after that man, my next son will be called Kobe Mendes Sevachije. This guy is figuring it out. Anyhow, guys, I mean, I don't know whether I've ever done this show while standing, but I felt so energetic today, and I thought, why sit when we are saying welcome to two very important players? Now, people might be thinking, Webb, where did you get this whole Amrabat talk now from? Why are you even talking about Amrabat? Listen, my sources at Carrington say it's not just Ugarte Man United is working on silently. Amrabat is still a serious player for Man United, and chances are high that he too will be joining before the end of this summer transfer window. It's just days left, but you guys just get ready to dance, because when we do have Ugarte in, and most probably add on Sofian Amrabat, Man United will be complete. I mean, then we will properly demand for Eric Ten Hag. And guys, listen, I see what Ineos are doing. Do you know what? Do you guys see what Ineos are doing? I feel like, these Ineos guys were really never big supporters of Eric Ten Hag. They were never into the idea of keeping Eric Ten Hag, but it was with the supporters who are APRO that caused them to change their mind after the FA Cup final. And that's why they gave him just 1 more year. On the 1 year that was left, they gave him 1 more year to make it 2 years left on his contract. But they decided, we are going to give you whatever you want, boss. Every player, you're reuniting with your former boys, it's okay, get them. It's you meet again, a reunion. We are giving you your reunion, but better get the results. And people now, after that loss against Brighton, I see lots of people trying now to call for the head of Eric Ten Hag. Guys, we cannot start the season like that. We cannot. We need to be together as a fan base. Honestly, there's lots of positives to look into from these few games we've watched this season. The first and the second one, even the loss against Brighton, guys, we had some moments of good football. We played some good football. There were patterns. We're not off. And I mean, for the first win against Fulham, I think we are so convincing. We created so many chances. Even during pre-season, we saw the improvement in how we play, in creating chances. So you can see that Eric Ten Hag is doing something. And honestly, if it clicks, and I hope it does click, because clicking means not just doing it in moments, but being able to do it consistently, making that our style, the way we see Arsenal has a style, Man City has an identity. If it works, and I hope it does, guys, I think we could be unplayable, we could be unstoppable. So let's not just already, just because we lost against Brighton, let's not forget about the positives in that game. How we saw, Diogo Dalot play the best cross of the season, only for Ahmad to fail to convert. How beautiful that would have been if that goal had gone in. I think the cross with his left foot, by the weaker left foot, if that had gone in from Ahmad, that goal would remind me. I think we'll talk about that cross the way we spoke about the Everton cross that he gave Alejandro Garnacho, Dalot from the right that time, that he gave Alejandro Garnacho to give that scissor kick that I think he converted the Puskas award-winning goal. I don't know whether he won the Puskas award anyway. Probably didn't, but I think he should have won it. Anyhow, So this is what we're supposed to expect this week. We expect Ugarte. We expect Scott McTominay most likely to go to Napoli. That could have been his last game. Even Fabrizio hinted about it. The game against Brighton could have been Scott McTominay's last game in a Man United jersey. That's why Eric Ten Hag brought him on. That's why he pulled off Bruno Fernandes, because he wanted to give a few final minutes to his man. Because remember, Eric Ten Hag was never for the departure of Scott McTominay. So he said, who do I pull off? Mount is already off. Who do I touch? So he had to sacrifice the captain, which again did not sit well with the supporters of United. But that could have been McTominay's last game, because the talks with Man United and Napoli are advanced. Jadon Sancho too, of course, he didn't play. He hasn't kicked a ball in this season, but he is believed to be linked to Juventus. Juventus really inquired about him. They want to get him on loan as probably a replacement for Federico Chiesa. We know that PSG as well showed interest, so there should be a movement regarding Jadon Sancho in the coming days. So this week, expect something regarding Jadon Sancho. He wants out, everyone wants him out, so something has got to give in. So we are waiting on which club will take him. There are people who are saying, United, you see, in that game we needed Sancho. And I'm thinking, guys, come on, United fans, come on, don't get excited too much. I mean, what did he do? All the time he was at Man United, what did Sancho do, honestly, besides being indisciplined and being full of himself and earning so much money? What did he do? Why do you think he would do magic now when he failed to do it for the so many years he's been there? Come on, cut us some slack. If the boy is indisciplined, let him move on. Move on. Go find another lover. Let him go find another club that will love him, other fans that will love him. But honestly, Sancho's head is not right for what we are building with Ineos. That's my honest opinion. So for me, he can leave. Scott McTominay of course, is advanced with Napoli. Do want him. They tabled 25 million euros. Man United turned it down, but they're expected to. They're continuing in talks to try and seal the deal. So that's why I tell you, Scott too could leave. Eriksen is silent, but he will leave too. His time is coming. You know, Eriksen is not an easy character. He doesn't just go to any club. You know, he's a man of character. He's quite a guy, quite something, quite a handful to deal with, and yet he's probably the cheapest of options we have. But I have a feeling they're working on something too, and Eriksen too could leave before the end of this summer. Now, Casemiro, others would feel if Ugarte comes, why is Casemiro there? If Ugarte is coming and we could bring in Amrabat as well, why do we have Casemiro? Listen, Casemiro's situation is different. He's a big star. He's a big player. He's got 2 years left on his contract. He said, the club that wanted him before changed things. New president, new coach, so they changed direction. So it went back to square one. It was a blessing for him. And at that time, he had not accepted the offer on the table. So he had to, take his time and, guess what? He's still here. He's going to earn for another maybe 1 year. I think Casemiro should just admit he will stay. And he could be an important player. I think if there's one player who has got the experience for young players like Kobe, like Ugarte himself to learn from, it is Casemiro. He's needed in a way for this project. So for me, one more season with Casemiro, it wouldn't hurt. So this week might not be the one we get to say bye-bye to Casemiro, but of course it will come later, maybe in the next season, in the next summer. So those are the things we should expect to happen at Man United. But as we go into a difficult game, I think Liverpool next is going to be a very good test for Eric Ten Hag. I thought we did fairly well against Man City. We've played well the 2 games we've played. Never mind us losing to Eric Ten Hag's bogey side in Brighton. I think we've shown improvements and patterns, good patterns. I tell you, the Liverpool test is going to be an important one for Eric Ten Hag. If there is consistency and consistent improvement in how we play, if Eric Ten Hag makes the right decisions, because the right decisions are, why start Harry Maguire when you bought a defender, a centre-back in delete to solve the Maguire problem? Inconsistency, because Maguire's biggest problem was inconsistency. Plays one good game, does Maguire things in the way he did for us to concede the first goal against Brighton. So Eric Ten Hag needs to correct that too. If you're telling us, Joshua Zirkzee did not have enough minutes, Alejandro Garnacho did not have enough minutes in their feet, why then are they playing longer than they could if they only played the first half? Because for me, the point is, if they're not good enough to play 90 minutes, start them and pull them out at halftime. But when we are all fresh and fired up, we get the best out of them when they're fresh and fired up. Kill the game early, then you start managing it. If you feel Garnacho and Zirkzee are not fit enough to give you full 90 minutes. But Eric Ten Hag says Zirkzee is not fit enough to play 90 minutes, keeps him on the bench, plays a false nine in Bruno. At halftime, sees it's not working, pulls off Mount, brings on Zirkzee. Zirkzee plays 52 minutes. But if he had played the first half, they would be 45 because the first half had, I think, two more minutes of added time, 45 plus 2. So those are 47. Yet he brought him on at halftime and we had 7 minutes of added time. So he played more minutes, 52. So what's the point? So all of that is Eric Ten Hag trying to be so smart and, trying to make us wait longer, trying to play on our expectations, and we're trying to pretend to be so meticulous. For me, it just baffles me that this guy doesn't see that his job is on the line, and he operates like he has the luxury of time, like he's in his own world, like there's a lot of time to do whatever he wants. This is Man United. You've got to win games instantly. There's nothing like you need time. You need time. The time is enough. He has already had enough time. Eric, you've had enough time. If you've got these signings in, they've been given to you. They are not injured. They are not in the sick room. Play them. Play them. Stop playing the same squad, the McTominays and the false nines, when you have strikers in Zirkzee. Even Chido Obi, the moment he's officially confirmed, play him, bring him. Don't tell us he's young, he's not ready. If Hoyland is not there, bring him. You don't have the time. For me, that's my honest take. Anyhow, it's good days to be a Man United supporter. My name is Webb. Like, share, and subscribe because this is the week. This is the week. Da, 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 da.